Today's video is a little counterintuitive to the rest of my videos, and that's about getting your hands dirty as a business owner and why you need to do it sometimes and when you should do it. And this one's actually near and dear to my heart today because just now, just this moment, I had to get my hands dirty. So I'm going to get into the topic of today's video. But before I hop in, my name is Todd Toback, and I've wholesaled over 1,000 houses, and 95% of those were actually locked up by somebody on my team and not by me personally, right? The counterintuitive of getting your hands dirty, all right? Well, I happen to specialize in transforming real estate wholesalers, people who hustle into real estate business owners so that they can stop running around like a chicken with their head cut off and own an asset that's going to throw off cash month after month after month without their personal day-to-day involvement. If you have not if you have not been over to my site, it's nextlevelwholesaling.com, nextlevelwholesaling.com, and I've got an assessment there that you've got to take. I created it for me basically to score myself every quarter in the four core areas of my wholesaling business. That's acquisition, disposition, marketing, and accounting and cash flow. So go there, take it. It takes 2 minutes. It's going to really open your eyes in the next step for your business. All right, so just now I got back from a seller appointment, and this is probably the second seller appointment I've been on maybe in 3 years. But what happened was, and by the way, in my opinion, when you are doing the work and when you are in the business, right, that's the definition of getting your hands dirty. And so we have a newer acquisition specialist who started about 3 or 4 weeks ago, and I really wanted to get her a quick win. So leads are coming in, and she was having a little bit of a dry spell, and I said, hey, listen, next appointment, next time there's something there, okay, let me know, and I'm going to meet you at the property, okay? And I knew this needed to happen, and so about, I don't know, an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago, I met her at the property, and you could just tell her spirits were really up. Really saw that I was there for her, that I was willing to fight for her, and that we were gonna do everything in our power to get the deal. Right. What was interesting was we started negotiating for the house, and the fixed up value of this place is like $650. You know, really to wholesale this thing, we've got to be at like, you know, maybe 450-ish. It's still going to be a tight deal, right? Well, long story short, we kind of put together a creative deal. We're probably going to get it. We didn't lock it up in the spot, but it's going to enable some really cool terms from the seller. We're going to be able to pay about $500, and we'll probably be able to make about $30,000 on this property. Interesting thing enough is if I was not there at this time, my new rep would have not been able to lock this deal up. Well, I think it's going to happen. I think she's going to make the money. I think she's going to get the commission. I think the seller's going to win. We're going to win, right? Well, I was at the property. Was that a win? Well, in this instance, it was. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about why it's important to get your hands dirty, right? And when you should do that. So the number one thing as a business owner is, again, you want to delegate things. You want to empower your team. You want them to be doing the day-to-day work. But at the end of the day, nobody's going to care about your business as much as you do. And so, you want really good players, rock stars, A players. You hear that term all the time, right? But again, at the end of the day, you're going to be able to see things usually because of your experience. Now, there might be some point where your business gets big enough where you're so out of touch, your people around you may know exponentially more than you. But in this scenario, that wasn't the case, right? And so when I was there, I was able to add my expertise and help. But the other part about that is when you see morale is low, there's a reason when you watch like old medieval war movies, right? Like, for example, Braveheart, you see the king put on the armor, right, and sit on a horse. And maybe he's not fighting the day-to-day battles, all right, but it's to show that the king is willing to do the work and be in battle with his people, and that they're willing to fight and die for them. And so it was really cool to see that, to see the morale of our acquisition specialist kind of go through the roof today, which was awesome, right? And then the other part for that is, again, you want them to see that you're willing to do it. Not that you're going to do the work for them, not that you're going to, babysit them or do their work. No, it's their responsibility. But you're there to teach and coach and mentor, and you're willing to take the time to make that happen, right? The other part about that, though, is that, hey, the wholesaling market is competitive. It's getting more competitive. And so you're going to have to be on the top of your game this next few years, right? You're going to have to refine your skills. You're going to have to pull out more tricks. You're going to have to be better than your competition. And you as the owner are going to be able to spot that, right? Something that I call the spidey senses. You're going to have to smell things that other people aren't, right? You're a risk taker. You make decisions. You come up with really cool ideas. You innovate. And so if you're not in there, you're not going to have that sharpness. So my recommendation to you is, number one, when you feel like your team needs a boost, when they need a morale, they need help, right? They need a quick win, get in there, get your hands dirty, let them see what's going on, okay? And then the second part of this, right, is that when you want to stay on top of your game, you want to innovate, you want to improve, you want to challenge your team, get in there, right, and make it happen, and you can start to really do things that you weren't doing before, right? Coming up with creative strategies or a new marketing technique or a new close or whatever that is. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you have not been over to nextlevelwholesaling.com, download the assessment. It's really, really going to, again, be eye-opening for you. Nextlevelwholesaling.com. Take you 2 minutes, and I know it'll be worth your while. So if you have any ideas for future videos, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, I will see you next time.